Cameron Johnson is a Denver Nugget. The Nuggets start off the offseason with hitting huge haymakers. And they get off that massive contract of Michael Porter Jr. and they get someone with similar skill sets in return on a lesser deal. Also, before I get into Cam Johnson, they added Bruce Brown. The last time I've enjoyed Bruce Brown on an NBA team was when he was with the Nuggets in 2023, and he's finally back on that team. He needs to be with the Nuggets until the end of time. It's kind of sad because once Brown left the Nuggets, I felt like he was just going to become an afterthought on every other team he goes on. But when he was with the Nuggets in 2023, he was very impactful. The corner three killer, active defender, inverted pick and roll maestro with Jokic. Glad to see him back because yes, he did get paid, but his impact just wasn't the same as it was on Denver. I'm just glad to see that Jokic-Brown pairing again. It's a really fun duo if you watched them back in 2023. Anyways, Cameron Johnson is older and averaged a career-high 18 points on a very efficient 63% true shooting. He's a 39% three-point shooter on 7 attempts a game, lethal off the catch at 40%, here and there as an off-the-dribble shooter at 35%, and he's deadly in the corners at 43%. Really nice movement shooter who can work off of pin downs, flares, cross screens. The off-the-catch three-point shooting is the most important skill for him at that mark of 40% because he's going to get a ton of looks from Jokic for open threes. He operates well with his movement, lethal working off of handoffs, which is going to be a big thing working with Jokic, taking one dribble and then getting into his three-point shot or just immediately getting into that jump shot with space. He is one of the better movement shooters in the league, constantly moving, relocating on the floor to find openings in the defense to get a look for three, as well as spotting up for threes in transition, and defenses really have to pressure him with hard closeouts because he is capable of faking the defender with his shot, sidestepping and getting off a three. His shot is fluid and he is quick on launching it when he notices just a bit of space is given to him. But also, Johnson is very smart with the ball in his hands. He doesn't force the issue with tough shots, and he's willing, very much so willing than Michael Porter Jr. to give up the ball when needed. And he also keeps his dribble alive when he notices space in the defense to attack coming off of those handoffs. The threat of his shot opens up his closeout attack game, which over the years he has grown to be a lethal closeout attacker. You'll see a lot of his attacks comes from when he is attacking space coming off of pin downs. If defenses are glued to him still off of those screens, he's capable as a 6'8" wing to put the ball down and drive to the basket, attacking mostly in straight line drives to the cup. He shoots 71% at the rim, and this is all coming from transition, cutting, or attacking closeouts. One of the biggest upgrades in the trade is Cam's willingness and better vision in his passing and playmaking skills. Porter Jr. has been known to kill possessions once he gets the ball or is late in reading how the defense is reacting to him. I think Cameron Johnson has a better handle than him, but Porter Jr. can just get lost in the sauce so many times, man. He just forces the issue too much, where Cam is comfortable playing more within the flow of the offense. Not saying that Porter Jr. isn't, but Cam is more so willing to make that extra pass when needed. Cam's playmaking grew over the years. His handle is solid to where he can control the ball at times and work a bit in ball screens, and he has the feel in these situations to make the right pass. His handle isn't tight enough to constantly break down defenders or handle tight gaps in the defense, but he is good at operating with enough space, reading the opposite side, and making plays. Most important thing with him is that he keeps the ball moving. There's glimpses of pocket passes if the pick and roll defense isn't pressuring the ball handler, and that's his main type of pass in pick and roll situations. And with a lot of his off-ball work, he is good in making the extra pass if he sees that the defender gets caught on the screen. So another defender having to show to help leaving a man open, he can make those extra passes to connect the play. His playmaking is generated mostly by his off-ball movement and how defenses bend reacting to that. He just makes the simple reads off of defenses overreacting to his movement. Johnson is efficient in his offensive role. He doesn't do too much with the ball in his hands, but almost never really makes a ton of mistakes. You get a playmaking increase with him, better shot selection, capable ball screen operator, and a better court processor in this deal. Cam Johnson, however, is a weird defender. He is best suited as a defender matched up on other wings his size, who can also provide some team defense. He's alert as a defender, doesn't really fall asleep much, and he reacts quickly on rotations and being in position to help, quick in closing out also. He has good size as a wing, 6'8", meh wingspan, doesn't have a ton of burst or explosiveness as an athlete, and it limits his ability to be much of a help side protector, which is something the Nuggets really need. I mean, they have Aaron Gordon in that role, but it doesn't hurt to have more guys in that role as a help side rim protector. Cam's lack of athleticism and agility limits him as a versatile defender. He's not the best matching up on quicker, shifty guards, and he isn't the best at absorbing contact and playing through it to defend bigger forwards. A lot of his matchups are situational, and it really depends on how skilled a guard is or how skilled a forward is. I do believe that Michael Porter Jr. is the better rebounder than Cam. Porter Jr. tracks boards down better and is a better leaper. The size from Porter also helps, but he is also given effort to crash the boards consistently. Porter is much more active on the glass than Cam overall. But the thing with Cameron Johnson is that he doesn't foul much, and he does work to stay disciplined on and off ball. His physical tools are just not there for him to make him a big time plus defender, but more so a neutral defender. The additions of Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown were great moves by the Denver Nuggets. You save money, you get a player of similar skill sets to Porter Jr. while beefing up more of the offense. You sign back a vital piece in your championship team who knows how to work with Jokic and the overall team flow. That'll wrap up this video. What are your thoughts on this move? If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more NBA breakdowns like these. And with all that being said, y'all, I'll see you all in the next video.